I'm Yohith Mukilan, roll number 22Z276. The AI product we have chosen is Google Gemini. Google Gemini is one of the latest AI models developed by Google DeepMind. This AI system is designed to be highly versatile, offering capabilities across multiple domains, including text generation, coding assistance, and multimodal processing. Now let us look on to few purpose and key objectives of Google Gemini. Purpose of Google Gemini. Google developed this AI model to create a powerful multimodal assistant that can handle a variety of tasks efficiently. Also, unlike other traditional AI models that focuses only on text, Google Gemini is designed to understand and generate text, images, audio, video, and even code. This makes it a strong competitor in the AI landscape, providing advanced assistance across multiple fields, including education, content creation, and software development. Let us look about few key objectives of Google Gemini. Conversational AI, engaging in contextual dialogues and answering queries. Gemini basically aims to provide natural, human-like conversations while understanding and maintaining context over multiple interactions. This is conversational AI. The second point is creative assistance, generating human-like text for blogs, marketing, and design. Google Gemini can create and generate well-structured blogs, posts, marketing content, poetry, and even engaging stories. This makes Google Gemini more useful.
I am Vigneshwaran and I am going to discuss the key objectives of Google Gemini. So let's look at the first key objective. It is advanced multimodal understanding. So Google Gemini is built to process and understand multiple types of data, which includes text, image, audio, video, and even code in a unified way. Unlike traditional AI models that specialize in only one type of input, for example, text-based chatbots or image analyzers, Gemini can seamlessly combine different types of data sources for more intelligent responses. So let's look at the capabilities. It is capable of processing and combining different types of input. It answers image-based queries and extracts insights from videos. It also analyzes and improves the code. So how does Google Gemini do all this? It uses a deep learning architecture that integrates information across multiple modalities. Now let's look at the real world applications. AI tutors. So Google Gemini is being extensively used in education and research. AI tutors that can process text, images, and videos to provide better explanations. Next is healthcare AI. AI is capable of understanding medical images, which includes X-ray and MRI, and Gemini can also read the patient reports and give the outputs. And AI-powered content creation. Google Gemini is used for generating image plus text or video plus text explanation for complex topics. So now let's look at the next key objective, which is responsible and ethical AI development. AI has the potential to influence millions of users, so ensuring fairness, accuracy, and ethical AI usage is critical goal for Google Gemini. It is designed to be bias resistant. This includes AI should not favor certain democratic unfairly. Next is transparent. Users should know how AI makes a decision. The last one is safe and secure. Prevents harmful content generation. For example, misinformation or offensive text is prevented from getting generation. So these are the key focus areas. So how does Google Gemini do all this? Google's DeepMind ethical AI principles are used to refine Gemini's behavior. Continuous monitoring and feedback loops reduce biases and improve fairness. AI safety layers are integrated to prevent misinformation or harmful outputs. So now let's look at the real world applications. It is used for fast checking and misinformation detection in journalism and social media. It is used for bias-free hiring assistance in HR tool. AI is also used in modern social media platforms to filter toxic content. Now let's look at the third key objective, which is high efficiency and scalable AI performance. Google Gemini is designed to be a lightweight, scalable, and efficient, ensuring that AI can be used on a variety of devices from cloud servers to smartphone. So let's look at the key features. Google Gemini runs efficiently on Google TPU, which is Tensor Processing Unit, for high-speed AI computation. It works across different platforms, from powerful cloud-based applications to mobile devices. It runs on an optimized neural network architecture to reduce the power consumption. So now let's look at the real-world applications. AI-powered smartphones that use Gemini for real-time voice commands, translation, and assistance. Enterprise AI solution that can scale to handle millions of users, and energy-efficient AI model that reduces the computational cost for business. So we have now seen the most important three key objectives related to Google Gemini.
My name is Praneeth and my roll number is 22Z279 and I am here to talk about conversational AI in testing Gemini AI. Conversational AI is a crucial process to ensure AI systems like Gemini are efficient and unbiased. It is transforming how we interact with technology, but its success mainly depends on the rigorous testing which is done prior to the release of the AI. This ensures the AI is reliable, ethical, and performs well under various conditions. And why is this testing is important? It ensures accuracy, builds user trust, and eliminates bias and misinformation. While testing conversational AI, we have four main aspects, that is, the test methodology, levels of testing, type of testing, and mode of testing. Here we have various type scenarios and test cases for Gemini. For functional testing, basically means if it checks if it works or not. Performance checks its capability under various workloads. Security for its productiveness, and bias for checks if it favors one group or other. Context means it verifies AI remembers the conversational flow or not. We have a graph of performance and load testing, and it is a crucial process which determines how well an AI system responds under pressure. It tests speed, efficiency, error recovery, and handling traffic. The chart on this side likely shows how response time changes with increasing user load. Next up, we come to the most important thing, that is eliminating bias and ethical testing. It should not generate biased, offensive, misleading responses, and it must maintain fairness at all costs. Here we have a context aware response example, that is, I ask which is the best career, and it responds in an optimistic answer. Next is it must avoid misinformation at all costs. So I ask, do plants grow faster in the dark, which is obviously not. And I ask a question which favors on one side. It is reading better than listening to audiobooks. And it tells that both have benefits and it doesn't favor for on one side. Next we come up to the challenges. Everything has challenges, right? The main thing about training this AI model is complexity of language. Everybody has different accents, so it must become familiar with all these accents, and it must learn continuously, and it must overcome ambiguous queries, and context awareness must be retained at all costs. Here we have structured user queries and AI responses, in which one answer is generated from the previous Q&A asked. This helps up in building a conversational AI which develops conversation based on previous queries and responses. And finally, we have a fairness and versus bias scale in AI. AI models learn from real world data which sometimes contains historical biases which may lead to present day bias asked question, and it may enforce discrimination. So it must need diverse training data, balanced responses, context sensitivity. In this image, we can see the scale represents how AI responses are adjusted for neutrality. Thank you.
And I'll be testing the creative assistance of Google Gemini today. So first, what's creative assistance? Creative assistance is just the ability to generate and enhance the content given by the user. The content can be text, reasoning, or any sort of image. And why test creative assistance over other stuff? So AI's role in marketing, designing, and generating content is very necessary and crucial for its role, and it is to assess how Gemini competes with the human creativity. So before moving to the actual testing, we need to define a testing criteria. So there are four measurable aspects that are used to test the creative assistance of Google Gemini. The first is content generation, that is creating or generating any sort of text content such as stories, poems, or reports, anything. And the second one is visual creativity, that is using the AI assistant to create and generate images, visuals, or any design ideas. The third one is idea expansion, that is enhancing or brainstorming the user's ideas they expect. The fourth one is style adaptability, that is changing the tone or the temperature of AI to be reasonable, logical, or any sort of tones. And the first one is content generation. So I asked the Google Gemini AI to write a short story with a twist, and I couldn't show the full output because it wasn't spacious enough. So I shared the conversation that I had with Gemini to test the creative assistance. So basically, from the result, the the generated content was structured clearly with a clear description for characters, and it was readable. And the only improvement that it needs is the ending with an unexpected twist was not exactly a twist, it was rather an unexpected event. And next, the visual creativity. And in this, I asked the Gemini to generate a futuristic cityscape with an eco-friendly architecture. So the right side image is the one that it gave as output. So the Gemini AI excels in it, so it matches exactly with the prompt that I given, and there are no breaking or blending of colors. The ecosystem is also futuristic with the uh, clear environment. And the third one is idea expansion. So in this, I asked the Gemini to suggest 5 ideas for starting a startup. And in this also, I couldn't show the full output. It is in the conversation. So from the result, the result was creative for different kind of people with all sort of clear details. It only needed to show like the advantages and trade-offs of choosing the ideas. That is the only thing. And the fourth one is style adaptability. So in this, I asked the Google Gemini to generate a story on a humorous tone. So in this also the full result is in the conversation. And if from the result, the text generated was clear and precise, but it had placeholders such as town underscore name and user underscore name instead of an actual name for the town and users. So only thing is it needs to replace it with the fictional yet realistic sounding names, and also it could have thrown in some humorous stuff to make it make the text more humorous on this. So as that's what I asked. So in conclusion, all the aspects was pretty creative, and the only thing is even these improvements can be changed by modifying and asking the prompt in the user generated prompt. So even if it is pretty creative, a fine tuning and accuracy what the user needs can be improved by improving the prompt generated. Thank you.
Evaluation of Google Gemini as an AI product. Myself, Vishnu Barath 22 Z 274, and I'll be talking about coding assistance of Google Gemini. Today, I'll be presenting on coding assistant with Gemini, an AI-powered tool that enhances software development by providing real-time coding support. Gemini, developed by Google DeepMind, is designed to help developers write, debug, and optimize code efficiently. Introducing to Google Gemini. Gemini is an advanced AI model developed to assist programmers with various coding tasks. It offers intelligent suggestion, debugging help, coding explanation, making it useful for both beginners and experienced developers. It supports multiple programming languages, allowing developers to write efficient optimized code seamlessly. Features of Gemini coding. Code completion suggests an autocomplete code snippet in real time. Debugging assistant identify error in code and suggest fixes. Code explanation help understand code complexity by breaking it down. Multi-language support work with languages like Python, Java, C++, and JavaScript. Code refactoring optimize code for better reliability and performance. How Gemini enhances productivity. It reduces coding time by suggesting relevant code snippet. Beginners benefited from the ability to explain code in simple terms. It improves code quality by highlighting potential error and providing best practice. Integration with the development tools. Gemini can be easily integrated into various development environments to enhance the coding experience. It works with VS Code and JetBrains IDE, offering a real-time code suggestion. Google Colab and Jupyter Notebook benefit from AI power assistance in Python scripting. It serves as alternative to GitHub Copilot by providing advanced AI-generated code suggestions. These integrations make it a powerful tool for developing across various domains. Real-time use case, web development, assisting with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code generation, data science, help writing Python script for data analysis and visualization, cybersecurity, identifying vulnerability and improving code security, mobile app development, assisting in future Flutter and React Native projects by generating UI components and logic. Conclusion. To conclude, Gemini is transforming the way developers write and optimize codes. It provides real-time coding assistance, debugging support, and it improves productivity and learning. While highlighting beneficiaries, it is important to verify AI-generated code to ensure accuracy. As AI evolves, Gemini will continue to improve, offering even better coding assistance in the future. Thank you.
I'm Vivekanand, roll number 22 is 275. I'll be presenting my test results on the Gemini AI and how it can handle multiple information like audio, images, text, and how it integrates them together. So first, these are all the main capabilities that it can perform. For images, it uses something called as vision transformer that works based on a CNN approach. It is able to identify and detect objects present in images and also give its insights based on that. So for video, it uses something called as video vision transformers. We can also get frame by frame analysis for a given video. Then for audio, Gemini AI uses something called audio spectrum transformers, which will be converting a given speech into a text format. So therefore, it can identify the language which has been spoken and all other things like that. So here for the first test, I've given a sample image. This the statistical bar graph of a given company's actual and the targeted sales per year. So the prompt that I've given here is I want the model to generate a brief report based on the image, and also I want to get the insights based on this image. So surprisingly, I took only 0 to 20 seconds to give me this output. There are a few issues, but the conclusion was almost correct. Here in 2011, we can see that the values are 8 and 10, 7, 6, and so on. The model is able to read the text correctly, but in 2012, you can see that 10 and 10 are given here as actual and target, whereas in 2012, the given image contains on 10 and 8.5. So the model is not able to read the values correctly from the image. That is one of the drawbacks that I have noticed. And in the conclusion, it's almost correct because the company initially struggled to meet its strategies in 2011. Here, the actual value is less than the targeted value, and furthermore, the company seems to have progressed, which is what given here in this conclusion. So the response is overall convincing, but the values which are read here are not accurate. So for the second test, I have given our 2023 PSG Tech Regulations PDF file, which has almost 29 pages, and I asked the model to generate an audio overview. So the response time is almost very long, for almost 3 to 5 minutes, and then the output that I received here is
going to play as an audio here in the next slide.
Jump right in semester one. It's a little surprising right off the bat. Calculus, electrical systems, chemistry, computational thinking, even English. It's not like you're just diving into code immediately.
Yeah, and I think what's so interesting about that is the interdisciplinary nature. Right out of the gate, you're building this diverse foundation. So those mathematical tools, like with calculus, understanding the physical systems that underpin a lot of computing through electrical systems and chemistry.
Yeah, you got to understand the hardware.
Exactly. And then that crucial problem-solving element that you're going to apply to computer science problems through this computational thinking course, and even the English element, is so important because communication is huge in this field.
Absolutely. Being able to explain these complex topics.
Yeah, and it's not just theoretical. There are hands-on labs right away, Python programming, basic science. So you're getting physics and chemistry experiments even in that first semester.
Wow. So they're getting in the lab, determining hysteresis, loss, water hardness, like right out of the gate.
Right away, yeah.
Okay, so semester, two things shift a little.
So from the output, we can say that the model is able to segregate the PDF file into each and every individual semesters, and the output audio is based on that. It is also able to identify the lab courses present in the regulation, and also give me a detailed analysis for almost 7 minutes. I've given the sample of 30-second audio here. So for the third test, given a prompt how well the model can generate an image. So the Gemini Flash 2.0 is able to generate a very good image, but we can also see some issues like the attention N is missing there, and there are a lot of typos here. Other than that, the model is able to capture that the billboard should be on the side of the road, which is very well given, and also cars passing by in the highway is also generated correctly. So yes, thank you.
I am Vijeyasri and I will be talking on the architecture of Gemini AI. At the core of Gemini lies the transformer architecture, a revolutionary neural network design specifically optimized for natural language processing tasks. Unlike traditional recurrent neural networks that process information sequentially, the transformer employs a parallel approach, allowing it to analyze the entire context of a sentence simultaneously. This parallel processing significantly increases efficiency and accuracy, enabling Gemini to handle complex tasks with remarkable ease. The building blocks of the transformer are encoders and decoders. Encoders. These are responsible for analyzing the input sequence, for example a sentence, and extracting its meaning sequence while ignoring irrelevant details. Decoders. These take the encoded representation from the encoders and use it to generate the output sequence. Example, a translation for the sentence provided, an answer to a question, or a creative text format. The decoders also utilize attention mechanisms to focus on the most relevant parts of the encoded representation when generating the output. Let us now look into the power of attention. The key ingredient that sets the transformer apart is its attention mechanism. This mechanism allows the model to focus on the most relevant parts of the input sequence when generating the output, leading to more accurate and coherent results. Imagine reading a book where you focus on a specific detail that are important for understanding the story. Similarly, the transformer uses attention to focus on the most important parts of the input to generate meaningful and relevant outputs. While the core transformer architecture remains the same, Google has made several optimizations to enhance Gemini's performance and capabilities. These include scaling to massive datasets. Gemini's architecture is designed to handle enormous amounts of text data, allowing it to learn and adapt to a wider range of tasks and contexts. Google's custom hardware, tensor processing units specifically designed for AI tasks, power Gemini, leading to faster and training times. Multimodal capabilities. Gemini is being extended to handle not just text but also other modalities like images and audio, allowing it to perform even more complex real-world tasks. Thus, the transformer architecture has revolutionized the field of natural language processing, and Google Gemini stands out as a prime example of its power and potential.
I'm Vinithaa and I'll be discussing a comparison of Google Gemini with other leading AI models like ChatGPT, Claude, and Microsoft Copilot. Each of these AI models serve a unique purpose. So first, let's begin with Google Gemini. So this is a multimodal AI capable of processing text, image, audio, and video, making it adaptable for various tasks. Then about ChatGPT, this is widely known for natural conversations, coding support, and logical reasoning, making it useful in many applications. Then about Claude, this emphasizes ethical AI and safety, ensuring responsible interactions and deep reasoning. Then about Microsoft Copilot. So this is designed to enhance productivity in Microsoft Office, helping users automate and streamline tasks. So this is about the overview of AI models. Now let's explore how these models differ from each other. Each AI model is designed with different strengths and purposes. Here's how they compare. So the first important key difference is use case. Gemini is great for handling different types of media, while ChatGPT is best suited for conversation-based tasks and coding. Claude focuses on responsible and ethical AI usage, while Copilot is primarily useful for office-related works. Then the next difference is multimodal capabilities. Gemini is fully multimodal, supporting text, image, audio, and video, while ChatGPT has some image capabilities, but its main focus is on text. Claude is primarily text-based with no multimedia support, while Copilot is built specifically for Office applications, so it lacks multimodal capabilities. And finally, about context and creativity. Gemini and ChatGPT handle complex reasoning well, making them useful for problem solving, while Claude is excellent in ethical decision making but not as creative as the others. Next, Copilot is focused on task automations, meaning it is not designed for highly creative works. So these are some points about key differences. Now let's examine the strength and limitations of each AI models. Each AI model has its own advantage and challenges. So the first among them is Google Gemini. This is great for working with different type of content, but it doesn't offer much flexibility for customizations. Then about ChatGPT, it is excellent for conversation and problem solving, but isn't fully multimodal. Then about Claude, this ensures safe AI usage, but isn't as creative as others. Then finally about Microsoft Copilot. So this is highly efficient for office tasks but doesn't extend well beyond a Microsoft ecosystem. So in summary, the choice of AI model depends on what you need. If you are looking for a highly versatile AI model, Gemini is a great option. If conversation and coding assistance are a priority, then ChatGPT stands out. For those who value ethical and responsible AI, Claude is a solid choice. And if productivity within Microsoft tools is the focus, then Copilot is the best fit. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Krishanu. I'll be doing the comparative study for Google Gemini. So let's begin by comparing the Google Gemini with the OpenAI's ChatGPT 4, so which is the most widely recognized AI model. So in terms of model architecture, Gemini is designed for multimodal tasks, which means it can process and integrate text, images, audio, and even videos. And Chat GPT-4 primarily focuses on text and code-based reasoning. So when it comes to performance, Gemini is better at handling different data types seamlessly, while GPT-4 excels in logical reasoning and textual accuracy. Looking at the strengths and weaknesses, Gemini shines in real-time interactions across multiple formats, whereas GPT-4 offers better contextual understanding and consistency in long conversations. Overall, both models are strong, but their focus areas are differ. So, next one is the Google Gemini versus other AI models. So we will now compare with other AI models like Claude by Anthropic, Llama by Meta, and Mistral. So Claude prioritizes safety and ethical AI but lacks the multimodal capabilities of Gemini. Llama is open source, which makes it highly customizable, but it does not operate at the same scale or integration level as Gemini. Mistral focuses on efficiency, which makes it a cost-effective solution, but it is not as versatile in handling different types of inputs. So, in terms of creativity and language understanding, Gemini competes closely with GPT-4 and Claude. When we look at code generation and reasoning, GPT still has the upper hand, but Gemini is catching up now. However, in multimodal abilities, Gemini is ahead of Claude, Llama, and Mistral. So on efficiency and cost, Llama and Mistral are more affordable because they trade off some capabilities. So next one is conclusion. Which model stands out? So to conclude, Gemini is a strong competitor in the AI landscape, especially due to its multimodal capabilities. However, GPT-4 still leads in logical reasoning and long-form textual accuracy. Other models like Claude, Llama, and Mistral serve specific niches such as safety, open source flexibility, and efficiency, but they lack Gemini's all-round versatility. So looking at Gemini has great potential in AI advancements, particularly for applications that require real-time integrated and multimodal AI interactions. So while no model is perfect, Gemini stands out as a well-rounded AI for the future. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sibi Senthil, roll number 22Z280, and I'm going to be talking about the final verdict. Is Google Gemini the best AI? So, alright, it's one of the top AI models out there, but it's not the best in every category. Where it wins is that if you need a real time search, a strong multi-modal AI that handles text, images, and video seamlessly, or deep integration with Google's ecosystem, Gemini is the best choice. It's designed to work natively with Google products, giving it a unique advantage. Where it falls short is that if you're still looking for the best AI coding, like GPT-4 Turbo, which is still way ahead. If you prefer open source models for flexibility and customization, Mistral AI is the way to go, and for long memory or AI ethics, other options like Cloud might still serve you better. On a final thought, Google Gemini is powerful, but the best AI depends on what you really need. If your focus is Google powered workflows and multi-model capabilities, it's the best pick. But for coding, open source, or even long-term AI memory, other models have the edge. At the end of the day, the best AI is the one that fits you. Thank you.